Chapter 1. It was a quiet night in the woods. The stars twinkled high above the trees, and the moon glowed like a big silver cookie in the sky. Leo was camping with his mom, dad, and little sister. They had roasted hot dogs, made gooey marshmallows, and told silly stories by the campfire. Now everyone was asleep in the tent except for Leo. Leo lay in his sleeping bag, staring up at the dark ceiling of the tent. A stick snapped outside. Then crunch, crunch, crunch. Leo sat up. "Did you hear that?" he whispered. His little sister snored. Leo slowly peeked through the zipper of the tent. He didn't see anything, but the cooler was open. His eyes got wide. "Hey, our snacks are missing!" He tiptoed outside in his socks and looked around. There were marshmallows on the ground, a half-eaten granola bar, and were those footprints? They were huge, way bigger than his dad's shoes, and they were kinda hairy? Leo looked left. He looked right. Nothing. He whispered, picking up a marshmallow. It had teeth marks in it. This wasn't a raccoon. Back in the woods, hiding behind a big tree, something fuzzy peeked out. It had long arms, a round belly, gigantic feet, and it was nibbling on a hot dog bun like it was the most delicious thing in the whole wide world. "I am the king of sneaky snacks," the creature whispered to himself proudly. "No one ever catches the Snack-Squatch." He did a happy dance. It was a wiggly, jiggly kind of dance. Then he tiptoed back into the woods, holding a peanut butter cracker in each hand. Back at the tent, Leo crossed his arms. "I knew something was out there, and I'm going to find out what it is." He crawled into his sleeping bag with a grin. Tomorrow night, he would be ready. He said. Chapter 2. The next day, Leo had a plan. While his family went on a hike, Leo stayed behind at the campsite just to rest, he said. But really, he was getting ready. He grabbed a long piece of string, a flashlight, and a bag of marshmallows. He tied the string from the cooler all the way to his sleeping bag, then dangled a marshmallow in the middle like a trap. "If anyone sneaks over to steal a snack," he whispered, "I'll catch them." That night, everyone went to bed early. The fire was out, the stars were bright, the forest was quiet again. Crunch. Leo's eyes opened. Sniff, sniff. He slowly sat up. The string was wiggling. Crunch. Then a long, hairy arm reached into the trap and snagged the marshmallow. Snap! The string popped loose and thump! Something big fell right into the tent. "Ah!" Leo shouted. The hairy thing shouted back. They both screamed and scrambled. The flashlight rolled on and Leo saw him clearly. A tall, shaggy creature covered in brown fur with wide, googly eyes and a half-eaten marshmallow in his mouth. Leo blinked. What are you?" The creature dropped the marshmallow and waved his hands in panic. "You're dreaming! This is all a dream!" Leo squinted. "This doesn't feel like a dream." "Yes, it does," the creature said quickly. "I'm just a dream marshmallow. Go back to bed." Leo crossed his arms. "Dream marshmallows don't steal hot dogs," Snack-Squatch gulped. "Okay, fine, I might have borrowed a bun or three, but this is still a dream. Let me prove it." Leo raised an eyebrow. "Fine, prove it." Snack-Squatch grinned nervously. "Great, follow me." Leo looked around. Everyone was still snoring, so he slipped on his shoes, zipped up his coat, and followed the giant fuzzy sneaky thing into the woods. "Let's go on a dream tour," said Snack-Squatch. Chapter 3. The forest was quiet and full of shadows. Leo followed Snack-Squatch down a winding path, the crunch of leaves soft beneath their feet. "Okay," Snack-Squatch whispered, tiptoeing ahead. "Get ready to see the weirdest dream stuff ever." Leo rolled his eyes. "It's not a dream, I'm totally awake." "Shh," said Snack-Squatch. "You're in pajamas. That's basically dream clothes." They came to a glowing patch of mushrooms. "Ta-da!" said Snack-Squatch, waving his arms. "Magic light mushrooms, totally dream stuff." Leo knelt down and smiled. "These are just bioluminescent mushrooms. Some real ones glow in the dark. I read about them in a science book." Snack-Squatch blinked. "You read about glowing mushrooms?" Leo nodded. "They're amazing, huh?" Snack-Squatch cleared his throat. "Fine, okay, moving on." They walked farther until they saw a tall tree with long, twisty branches. One branch slowly waved in the wind. Snack-Squatch pointed. "That tree just waved at you. That's dream behavior, right?" Leo giggled. "It's just the wind." "The wind has arms now?" said Snack-Squatch. "No," said Leo, "but trees bend in the breeze. That one just looks extra wiggly." Snack-Squatch huffed. "You are very difficult to trick." Just then a group of fireflies flew past. but instead of flying everywhere, they made a perfect circle around Leo's head like a glowing crown. Snack-Squatch whispered, "Okay, come on, that's dreamy. That's super dreamy." Leo stood very still and smiled. "They're just fireflies. I think maybe I smell like marshmallows." Snack-Squatch put his hands on his furry cheeks. "Nature is too weird. How is this all real?" Leo looked around at the glowing mushrooms, the dancing fireflies, and the trees swaying under the stars. "Nature is weird," he said, "but it's also really cool." Snack-Squatch stared at him for a long time. Then he sighed. "Okay, fine. Maybe this isn't a dream." Chapter 4. Snack-Squatch plopped down on a mossy log and let out a big, fluffy sigh. "Okay," he said. "You caught me. I'm not a dream marshmallow. I'm real." Leo sat down next to him. "I knew it." Snack-Squatch looked nervous. "You're not going to scream, right? Or try to take my picture? Or tell a scientist who wants to poke me with a stick?" Leo shook his head. "Nope, I'm good at keeping secrets. I didn't even tell my sister when I broke her lava lamp." Snack-Squatch's eyes widened. "Wow, that's some serious secret holding." Leo smiled. "So, what are you exactly? Are you a Sasquatch?" Snack-Squatch wiggled his furry toes. "I guess so, but I go by Snack-Squatch. I only sneak around for snacks. I don't like attention, I don't like crowds, and I really don't like olives." Leo giggled. "I'll remember that." Snack-Squatch looked up at the sky. "It's just, people always want to chase me or take selfies, so I hide. I sneak, I snack, and no one ever sees me." Leo leaned back. "I'm glad I did." There was a long, quiet moment between them as they listened to the sounds of the forest, an owl hooting, a branch creaking, and something small snoring in the trees. Then Snack-Squatch sat up straight. "Okay, but you can't tell anyone. Like, ever. Not your parents, not your dog, not even a squirrel." Leo crossed his heart. "I promise." Snack-Squatch looked relieved. "Okay, good. Pinky swear?" They hooked pinkies. Snack-Squatch's was very fuzzy. Leo grinned. "Also, I'm coming back here next month, same weekend." Snack-Squatch's eyes widened. "What? Why?" "Because I like camping, and now I like you," Leo said. Snack-Squatch looked surprised. "You like me?" Leo nodded. "You're funny, you're weird, and you love snacks." Snack-Squatch smiled for the first time all night. "Well, maybe I'll be here if you don't bring olives." Leo held up a finger. "Deal." Chapter 5. 1 month later, Leo was back. Same tent, same forest, same cooler full of snacks. He looked around the campsite and smiled. Everything was just like before, except this time he left a little note under a flat rock near the edge of the woods. It said, "Hey, Snack-Squatch, I brought marshmallows." No olives. That night, the stars were out again. The air was warm, and Leo stayed up just a little later, sitting by the tent flap, waiting. Crunch, crunch. His ears perked up. Then something dropped softly in front of the tent. A small pile of snacks, 2 granola bars, a fruit roll-up, and a single toasted marshmallow. Next to it was a note. "Didn't bring olives, right? Good. SS." Leo grinned and looked up. There, hiding behind the tree, was a familiar fuzzy shape. "Snack-Squatch," he whispered. The shape stepped out. It was him. "Hey," said Snack-Squatch. "Nice pajamas." "Thanks," said Leo. "You came back." "I told you I don't miss snack opportunities." Snack-Squatch said, "Also, I guess I missed you." They walked together under the trees. No sneaking this time, just 2 friends wandering in the woods. Snack-Squatch showed Leo a tree where hummingbirds made their nest. Leo pointed out a tiny frog sitting on a rock. They didn't talk much. They didn't need to. Before they said goodbye, Snack-Squatch pulled something from his shaggy fur. It was a little wooden charm carved into the shape of a paw print. He placed it gently into Leo's hand. "This is for good luck and snack detection." Leo laughed. "I'll wear it every time I camp." They stood quietly under the stars. "Thanks for seeing me," Snack-Squatch said softly. Leo smiled. "Thanks for being seen." And with a little wave, Snack-Squatch disappeared back into the woods. Leo crawled into his sleeping bag, still holding the charm, and whispered, "See you next time."